to start this. I don't think I will ever know how to start a YouTube video. But I've been really wanting to start a channel for a long time and just kept waiting for like the perfect moment to start. And I feel like there never will be a perfect moment. So I'm just going to decide that today is the moment. An example of possibly waiting for the perfect moment, I ordered something, a tripod, so that I can do more like making of content. And my god, just as I was like, oh, I can take a shower and have my morning, and it's not going to be here until 2 p.m. at least. As I was getting into the shower, there was a knock on the door, and it was the package, and I was like, well, hopefully it'll be there when I get out. And when I got out, there was an email that it was being taken to a pickup facility. So I was going to wait until I got that, but that was going to be on Monday, and then that's a whole thing of like hoping that I feel ready to do it then. But I'm ready to do it now, so I'm going to do it now. So I have been a creative person my whole life. I've kind of worn a lot of titles, professional and personally put on myself, I guess. When I was like 12, I started writing a lot just for fun. And that really was like where all my creative energy went for a really long time. I did NaNoWriMo a couple times, and like I think only won one time, but I really enjoyed the process of just like living in a story for a month. And then as I went into college, I kind of forgot writing except for like papers and stuff. And then I studied graphic design in college, and that kind of consumed my brain for the last 8 years. And I just recently came into a moment of questioning if I even really like design. Or not that I like design, but if I like the way that it functions in society right now. I started studying thinking that I wanted to be a book designer, or either interiors of books or book covers. And then I kind of ended up getting interested in web design, and kind of for the same reasons as I was interested in book design, the like storytelling capabilities that you have with a website. Maybe thinking I could make websites for books, or ways to like tell the stories that are being told in books on a digital platform. There was a presentation from someone who worked at Princeton at my college, and she was talking about a website that she did for Neil deGrasse Tyson that turned out really cool. So I was hoping maybe one day I could do something like that. But I really ended up doing a lot of marketing design. And at first that was for like nonprofit, smaller stuff focused in the city that I live in, and that felt a little bit more connected and real worldy to me. So there was some sort of purpose there. But then after working at that first job for 2019 to 2021, it was only 2 years, and I thought I was going to be there for the rest of my life. I loved it so much. That agency was sold by the owner without really, or with the like director level or executive level knowing that it was going to happen, but a lot of stress going on behind the scenes, and a lot of them left after that sale and the like acquisition process. So a lot of the soul of that agency that I really loved left pretty quickly when that happened. So I jumped ship and ended up in an even more focused marketing position at a different company, much larger and way more corporate, probably more similar to the company that bought the studio that I used to work at. So I didn't really make a big change, but I was just so desperate to have a job. So I stayed there for 2 years, and then that was my most recent job before I quit that. for the last January to May, I was teaching a web design course at my alma mater, which I really enjoyed. But for lots of different reasons, I don't think I will be doing that again. At least not for a while. So that is where I am now. Believes me, I'm gonna let him in. So, like I was saying, that's where I am now. I think I want to use this channel as like a home base for a lot of different things that I'm doing. I have so many different interests, and I think having to like document them specifically might make some of them fall to the wayside in ways that make sense. I'm having a hard time making things. I'm spending a lot of time thinking about things and thinking about making things, but I'm not like sitting down and doing it. So that's what I want to use this for. Probably. I'm currently taking a animating by hand workshop every week, and that's been making a lot of cool stuff that I think I would really like to keep making. So I think I'll be putting some of those videos up here and maybe expanding on those before I put them up, or just putting them up as is. I have some like game dev ideas that may or may not actually become actual games, but I think I could do a lot with motion graphics to make them feel like fake games, and that would be fun. But he's really going at it out there. And like I said before, my writing is kind of regrowing in me, and I think it would be really fun to talk through some world building for that, or have some just like weekly, monthly check-ins about how that story is going, because I've had a story idea in my head for a really long time, maybe even like 6 years at this point. And I would really like to put it out into the world. Another thing I've really been interested in for a long time is illustration, and the way that my style has been developing in this animating class has been kind of Eric Carly, Lois Ellerty. I would really like to maybe make a children's book, or just more illustrations that feel kind of children's booky. So there'll probably be like different chunks, oh my gosh, of the channel. Not really a niche, kind of just like, here are things that I like to do, and if you like to do them too, maybe you'll like to look at them. Or listen to them, or whatever. So, yeah. I think I'll put up some stuff that I've made so far here. And if you like what you see, or are interested in seeing more, you can subscribe and follow, or what have you. I'm also interested in hearing about how other people are feeling about work in general, or the balance of like career and creativity, if those are even separate for you. And also just like how you got to where you are today. I was just watching a interview from Hank Green with Brennan Mulligan, and just hearing about his journey as a person, period, but also like a person who ended up doing something creative that he really likes as a job. That felt like a good push to get started here. So I think sharing stuff like that is always cool to share and also to hear from the other side. So if anything I talked about, or you have anything that feels related to my journey, it's cool to hear that other people are going through the same stuff, or that they're thinking about the same stuff at least. So yeah, I was trying to outro and then I got distracted by my own outro thoughts. But if you want to see how this develops, I'll be here. I'll try to upload at least once a month. So I'll see you around.